Bharatha is literally trembling now. And Vasishtha also asks Rama to come. Vasishtha is also urging Rama and asking him to come back to Ayodhya. Ayodhya is in real need of a king, and you have to come back. But nothing. Rama just says no, I cannot come. And Bharata is now trembling. Bharata is like, he sees that he is losing the argument, right? He sees that Rama probably will not be coming. Then he says, in that little hut, he gets some grass, and Rama is seated in a raised portion of like that. And in front of him, he puts grass and he sits on it and says that, now I'm going to give up my life. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to eat anything. I will be devoid of any sunlight, because sunlight also generates some level of energy, right? So they had that understanding. They had that science that, okay, sunlight will give you energy and you can sustain on sunlight also. So I'm not even going to get exposed to sunlight, and I will give up my life like this. Sitting here, I will just give up. Everybody is silent at this moment. Everybody is quietly listening. And Bharata looks at all of them. Why don't you guys talk? Like, I'm trying something. You also talk. Then everybody says, you know what? Rama is right. Whatever Rama said is correct. There is no way that you can logically argue Rama and win this argument, because he is not deviating from the path of dharma. He has given a word to his dad. That word lives. Dad has passed away, sure. Father has passed away, but the word lives. So if you don't abide by that word, then whatever Rama is saying, right, that all those things will happen. Like they will lose respect. The king will lose respect with his citizens and with his ministers and everybody, and all those things will happen. So everybody is, and people are really happy to see the kind of conversations happening between Rama and Bharata. That is exactly what the priests wanted to see. It is a test to their character, right? Character of Rama and character of Bharata, and they have literally passed the test with flying colors. So everybody is happy to see them like that. And Vasishtha tells Bharata, there is no way that you can pursue your elder brother. He's not going to come. And now it is upon you. Take this Rajya upon you. Take Ayodhya into your hands and onto your shoulders and drive it. Then Bharata, this famous episode, wherever in all the movies it covers, right? He gets these wooden sandals with gold on top of it, and he makes Rama wear those sandals, and then takes it back, and he puts those sandals on his head and goes to Ayodhya. From this point until the next 14 years, until Rama comes back to Ayodhya, these sandals are coronated, and these sandals are considered as the king of Ayodhya, and Bharata is only there as the administrator, caretaker or a trustee. So that is the level of love and respect that Bharata has on Rama, on Sri Rama. So he takes that, and on the way back he also meets with Bharadwaja Muni. We know Bharadwaja Muni, right? So Bharadwaja Muni meets with them, and he narrates the entire episode of the conversation that has happened to Bharadwaja Muni. And he take these sandals. I'm not really going into the details of, okay, he crossed the rivers again. I'm not going into those details. They go back swiftly to Ayodhya, and when they see Ayodhya, again Bharata is reminded of his brother, of his father, and everybody is again crying. So look at the level of emotions that these people are having, right? They, lot of times, how many times did you guys see your fathers crying? And that is perceived as strength. Unfortunately, that is perceived as strength. But no, crying is not a sign of weakness. Crying is a sign of strength. Crying should be viewed like that. It is also an emotion. When you can show happiness, when you can show, yes.
My dad cried.
Good.
When I was born.
Good. That is happy crying, not sad crying.
With happy tears.
So, crying in whatever instance, whether it is a happy instance or sad instance, it should be viewed as a strength, not a weakness. That way, you are letting your emotions out, and you are again becoming a sane person, and you will be able to approach the problem with clarity. You will not make emotional decisions. If your emotions are out, you will make logical decisions. It's okay to cry, it's okay to feel sad. So a lot of times in Ramayana, that is re-emphasized so many times. And the whole entire Indian society has forgotten or has given a deaf ear to that. I'm surprised. Not just Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Dasaratha for that matter, everybody cries their heart out. Like they just faint and fall on the ground. So many times that has happened. When Rama knows that his father has passed away, don't you think Rama understands life and death? He does, right? Rama is a very, very smart person who has learned Vedas and all of those. He knows that anything that is born is bound to die. Then why did he faint and cry? Because that is his emotion. That is his emotional side. Once that is done, he is again back into balance and he is thinking about how he can take care of or how he can support Bharatha. So that is why it is very important. And don't look down upon somebody who is crying. Never do that. That's not nice. And don't hesitate to cry. If you want to cry, cry. Don't think that you will be judged. Don't think that, because that is very important. Emotions bottle up and you will burst one day. It's like pressure cooker. The brain is like a pressure cooker. If you don't release the pressure, what happens? The cooker bursts. Likewise, this is a very important lesson to all of us, not just you guys, even for adults. We don't tend to cry so much, we bottle up our emotions and we let them out. But cry in front of right people, choose and cry. If you are crying, the opposite person should really be important to you and should be able to understand you, because a lot of times crying is seen as a weakness. So just be aware of the fact and choose people in front of whom you can cry. Okay, so that is about it. We will finish Ayodhya Kanda today and we will enter into. So I forgot to tell you that Ramayana is divided into parts called Kandas. So there are 6 Kandas. The first one is Balakanda. Balakanda ends with the marriage of Rama and Sita and all the 4 brothers. Now we have been in Ayodhya Kanda ever since that marriage to till today. By end of this episode, we will be done with Ayodhya Kanda. Then starts Aranya Kanda. Aranya Kanda talks about the 13 years of being in forests. And after that, at the end of Aranya Kanda, what happens? Any guess?
Rama gets Sita back.
No. Sita gets abducted. At the end of Aranya Kanda, Sita gets...
By Ravana.
By Ravana. Sita gets abducted by Ravana at the end of Aranya Kanda. And then Rama goes in search. Rama is searching for Sita, and we will see the host of emotions again flare up in Rama at that point of time. And then it is Sundarakanda. Sundarakanda, that is where one of our heroes will get introduced. Who's that?
Hanuman.
Yes, Hanuman is introduced in Sundarakanda. So Sundarakanda is all, Kishkindakanda. I forgot about Kishkindakanda. Kishkindakanda is where Hanuman is introduced, and they strategically approach the problem of how to find where Sita is. Because world is vast and where are they going to find this lady, right? So they approach it, they strategize it, and they implement the plan and they find where Sita is. That is, yes.
Don't they know where Sita is?
No, they don't.
Oh.
I'll tell you why they don't also at that point of time. Then Sundarakanda. Sundarakanda is about Lanka, how Lanka is, how Sita is being treated in Lanka by Ravana, how Sita is managing her sorrows there, and how this guy Hanuman goes to Lanka. That happens in Sundarakanda. And the last one is Yuddhakanda. Yuddhakanda is where Rama goes and fights out with Ravana and gets Sita back. That is Yuddhakanda. And there is one separate book called Uttara Ramayana. Lot of people deny that. Some people accept it. Uttara Ramayana is after the coronation of Rama and Sita, what happens? Valmiki, it is written as a separate book by Valmiki is what people say. But when people who are good in Sanskrit, who can read Sanskrit directly and understand, they have made comments like, oh, this doesn't look like the writing style of Valmiki. Because every person has a writing style. When you write an essay, there will be a way you execute your thoughts and articulate your thoughts and put it on the paper. Similarly, when this kind of voluminous text is being written, there will be some kind of analogies that they take, there will be some kind of nuances that they follow. All the 7 kandas are in accordance with the script writing style of Valmiki, but the Uttara Ramayana is not. So people say that no, it's not true, it did not happen at all. And some people say because Valmiki wrote it after the fact, after like so many days of finishing the entire 7 kandas, his writing style might have changed. Who knows? So let's not worry about that. Let's talk about until Yuddhakat, and then we will decide whether we want to talk about Uttara Ramayana or not. Okay, now coming to the last parts of Ayodhya Kand. So now what is happening is, now this guy has taken those paduka, that's the wooden sandals of Rama, and he's proceeding towards Ayodhya. Ayodhya again looks like an abandoned place to him, and now he realizes soon enough that I have to bring about changes in the city. Like, this is not how Ayodhya is, this is not how it should be. By the time Rama comes, it should be back on track again. Ayodhya should welcome him. So and everybody in this Ayodhya for the next 14 years are working towards making Rama proud. At the end of 14 years, if Rama comes, should this be the state of affairs? Oh no, I have to work harder so that I can welcome Rama to a very prosperous kingdom. So that is the motivation behind everybody right now. And Bharatha enters, and so now Bharatha says, Bharatha wants to coronate the padukas, the wooden sandals. He does that. Padukas are sitting on the throne right now, and Bharatha cannot really live in a place which is devoid of his father and elder brother. He's very sorry. The entire time he's only thinking about his father, on the events that have happened, all those things. He doesn't want to. Then he decides and he tells Vasishta that I don't want to administer kingdom from here, Ayodhya from here. I will go to the outskirts. There is a village outskirts of Ayodhya called Nandigram. I'll go to Nandigram, and from there I will run the administration. So small set of people, some ministers, Bharatha and Vasishta, they move to Nandigram, and every decision that is being made, Bharatha first discusses with those sandals, and then he discusses, okay, this is what I'm going to do. He'll tell the sandals as if they were Rama himself, and only then he will take an action. Yes.
Wait, why is he talking to even though there's sandals and he?
Because it gives him a lot of solace and happiness. He's trying to see Rama. So when
but
kids
he's talking to sandals.
Yes. So when you start sleeping all by yourself, right? Kids at some point will start to sleep all by themselves, and you will have a stuffy toy next to you. You play with it and you cuddle it and sleep. You know that it is not your mom, it is not your dad. Why do you do that? That gives you a sense of comfort. Similarly to everybody, however big or small they are, they try to find solace in some objects. Say one of your elders or one of your family members, they have passed away. You will hold on to some of their things. Like, for example, I have my grandmother's one of her saris. I won't give it away. I want to keep it. It is not in a wearable state also. But I will never give it away to anybody. That is very important to me. That reminds me of her. That reminds me of the days that I have spent with her. All those happy moments, right? That is why I cling on. Everybody tends to cling on to the objects. Similarly, Bharatha is also doing that. That is giving him some strength. That is probably making him feel that he is ruling under his elder brother's guidance, and he can make better decisions. And when you even things, right, because Bharata is never prepared or mentally prepared to rule the kingdom. Rama was prepared, because that is Ikshvaku dynasty's rule that the elder kid will become king eventually. But Bharata was never prepared. So if there is a problem, say he doesn't know how to administer a certain thing, if he is discussing the problem out and writing down the problem, it will give you a 50% solution. You know that there is a famous psychiatrist who said that if you can clearly write your problem, pen down your problem on a paper, that will give you 50% of the solution. So similarly, if Bharata is explaining the problem even though they are padukas and they cannot really talk back, he knows all that. But in the process of explaining, he almost always arrives at a solution to the problem also. That is why he is doing that probably. And that is also paying respect to Rama. And citizens of Ayodhya, they treat that as a shrine now, right? That throne is a shrine to them. They come and worship and they offer probably puja and go. So any gifts that the kingdom of Ayodhya receives is offered to the sandals first. So he could have got a crown of Rama also, but why sandals? Because usually sandals are the ones that take least preference in the house and you just put them outside of the house. But if that sandal is belonging to Rama, that is also Adi Kuda Pujaniyam, that is also deserving so much respect. Anything belonging to Rama deserves so much of respect. That is what Bharatha is trying to convey. Bharatha, and he is showing his love for Rama in that way. Okay? Logical? And then now Rama on this side, this is what is happening in Ayodhya. Yes. Rama on the other side, what is happening is Chitrakuta looks desolate to him. Now people from Ayodhya have come there, and wherever he sees, he is seeing his people. Oh, when Bharatha came, he sat here. When my mother came, she was standing in that corner and she was crying. So every place in Chitrakuta is reminding him of Ayodhya and people from Ayodhya. So he also wants to get out of this place. And Chitrakuta is even sages in the Chitrakuta, they are agitated right now because there is a lot of presence of demons and demons are troubling them. So everybody is moving out of Chitrakuta. So Rama also moves out of Chitrakuta and he proceeds towards, and also if you remember, Kaikeyi's ask was that Rama should live in Dandakaranya. Aranya means forest. Dandaka forest. Dandakaranya is where Kaikeyi wanted Rama to spend his years of exile. Right? So he moves on to Dandakaranya, and on the way they meet the sage Atri and Anasuya. Atri and Anasuya offer them some. Rama, Sita and Lakshmana are their guests for one day. There are some conversations happening between Atri and Anasuya and Sita. Anasuya offers Sita Devi some ornaments, some jewels, some clothes and everything. And they are there for one day and then they proceed to Dandakaranya. With this, Ayodhya Kandam. Next week we will start with Aranya Kandam. Okay? Thank you.